Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at something incredibly exciting that just dropped, ERNIE-Image-Turbo, developed by the brilliant ERNIE-Image team over at Baidu. If you're ready for a serious upgrade in your AI art workflow, this model is an absolute game changer. Alright, let's take a look at these previews. What you're looking at right now are 16K outputs, upscaled using SeedVR2 and RTX Super Resolution, straight out of ERNIE-Image-Turbo. This is a brand new open-source text-to-image model developed by the Baidu team. Under the hood, it's running on a single-stream diffusion transformer, or DIT. Instead of just throwing pixels at a canvas and hoping for the best, it meticulously maps out the entire structure of the image right from the get-go. The turbo in the name comes from the fact that this is a distilled version of their main heavy-duty model. They essentially took their biggest, most complex AI and trained this leaner version to match its quality. The major benefit here is speed. The images you're looking at only took 8 inference steps to generate. Normally with a standard model, you're waiting around for 30 to 50 steps to clear up the noise and get this kind of clarity. Hitting this level of high fidelity in just 8 steps is a massive advantage if you're trying to iterate quickly. As these images roll by, notice the sheer variety in the visual styles. ERNIE-Image-Turbo is exceptionally good at following complex, multi-layered instructions. It handles the basics perfectly, things like realistic photography, cinematic lighting, and stylized aesthetics, but where it really flexes its muscles is in structured generation. In practical scenarios, aesthetics only get you so far. You need the AI to actually build what you ask for. This model shines when it comes to rendering actual readable text. If you're trying to design a promotional poster, an infographic, or put together complex multi-panel comic book layouts, it completely understands those spatial requirements. It knows how to organize the layout and keep the structure intact without sacrificing the art quality. Now, check out the rest of the generations.
Wait around for minutes, rendering slow, but Baidu's dropping turbo, stealing the show. A single stream diffusion, changing the game. We're making gorgeous posters, spelling the name. Just take quick little steps, and then it is done. Latency sensitive, capturing the sun. Oh, we render dense text like it's nothing at all. With structure layout, censoring the call, instruction following, feeling so fly. We're pushing aesthetics right up to the sky. Multi-panel storyboards are so sweet, complex relationships that can't be beat. From cinematic styling to a real photo look, it renders every letter right in the book. A distilled open checkpoint, pure magic art. This fast generation is stealing the heart. They talk about layouts, they talk about space. I just write a long prompt with a smile on my face. Text like it's nothing at all. With structure layout, censoring the call, instruction following, feeling so fly. We're pushing aesthetics right up to the sky. Only 8 gigs to get in the groove. Watch ERNIE-Image-Turbo make a move. 8 inference and steps down to the layout. Cheers to the turbo.
Now, officially, the developers mentioned that this model is designed to run comfortably on consumer GPUs with 24GB of VRAM. Obviously, that's a pretty high ceiling. But for those of us running 8GB cards like the RTX 5060 or other low-VRAM setups, we already have the FP8 versions and GGUFs. Those of you rocking Blackwell or Ada Lovelace GPUs can even get a significant speed boost when using the FP8 version. These are the recommended resolutions. This model isn't perfect, so don't expect flawless results every single time. Even though it really shines at text rendering, it does struggle with longer paragraphs. Before doing anything else, update your ComfyUI, and here you have the links to all the models you need. You only need 3 models, and you should drop them straight into these folders. The location is in the main ComfyUI directory. Once you're there, open the ComfyUI folder and then the models folder. And right here are the exact folders where you need to drop those downloaded models. The workflow is pretty straightforward. Here are the nodes where you'll select your downloaded models. Just make sure to click the drop-down and manually pick each one. Here's where you can dial in the resolution. I tried pushing it higher, but I started getting artifacts, so it's safer to stick to the recommended resolutions like this one. This right here is the node where you'll enter your positive prompt. Similar to Flux 2, we don't have a negative prompt with this model, and it uses the exact same VAE. These are the recommended sampler settings, but feel free to experiment with them to see what works best. Let's talk about upscaling now. You have two options, SeedVR2 and RTX Super Resolution. Personally, I prefer running it through SeedVR2 first, and then using RTX Super Resolution to push it to 16K or even higher, but only if you really need it. For most of us, upscaling to 4K is more than enough, but it's totally possible to crank it up if necessary. Alright, here's a live generation running on my RTX 5060 and 32 gigs of system RAM. Take a look at the RAM and VRAM usage and allocation right here. And here is exactly how long it took to generate that image. Next, let's upscale it to 4K using SeedVR2. All you have to do is set your resolution right here and hit run. Here is the time it took to upscale the image to 4K using SeedVR2. Now, 4K is more than enough for most of us, but if you really want to push it to 16K, you can easily do that using RTX Super Resolution. And here is our final image. Let me know how it goes for you in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.